OPUS is a Centre for Research Excellence, which is focused particularly on joint replacement surgery. What we hope to do is come up with strategies that we can refine and validate that informs how we manage our patients in the future. It's really important that we look at a coordinated approach that is evidence-based and one that allows us to make sensible decisions about operating on the right patient at the right time. What OPUS is trying to do is dissect out the journey of the patient into its separate parts, from the time of referral to the way patients think about that referral and the decision to have surgery, ultimately a discussion about why they should have surgery or not, and when they do come to surgery, the sorts of things that we can all do as a team to improve the experience and journey for them. And I hope by combining these various objectives in our research, we're able to come up with a strategy that results in the best outcome for our patients. When we look at the patient's journey, there are several very, very important milestones associated with that. The first one is the referral. Is the right patient coming to the surgeon at the right time? What we want to know are the predictors of whether these patients will be successfully treated by surgery or not. When they do come and have a conversation with the treating team, what's really important too is whether they have the right mindset for the surgery, whether the expectations are the same, and this represents another stream of what we're trying to do, which is to set patient expectations. The third stream of what we're trying to do also is to provide patients with alternatives to surgery. That is the non-surgical things that we can do, for example, behavioral therapies, physiotherapies, and other things like that that can help them with their symptoms, keep them functional and gainfully employed, I guess, as members of our community. The fourth stream is one that looks at how we can provide very efficient and effective care when patients are in hospital. It's a strange environment. It's sometimes an environment that can be harmful. So the most important thing for us is to make sure that whatever we do to them is safe, but at the same time efficient, so we're not keeping them in hospital for any longer than we have, and certainly not complicated, so that we're inflicting additional harm to them, or in fact cost to the community. Finally, what we want to do too is to assess how effective everything we do is, and at the same time, at what cost is it that we do these things? And that brings in the health economic stream of what we're doing. As a spin-off of our CRE, there are two areas that have become particularly important. The first is our understanding that to close the loop and make us more complete as a research team, we need to include Indigenous health as well. And that resulted in the formation of a group called ECHO, and it has to do with establishing equity and security in the way we deliver osteoarthritis care to our Indigenous community. To do this, we had to create bridges with other training and researching teams involved in Indigenous care. It was a wonderful journey where we went all the way back, beginning with the language, understanding how to yarn, then ultimately working towards understanding how the Indigenous community perceives the condition of arthritis and how we measure the severity of what is happening to them, and perhaps how they may seek and respond to the varieties of different care that is available to them. What's really important though is to establish a framework where we can provide this in a safe and secure way that is respectful of the various cultures that we would deal with and interact with right across Australia, as this is actually a national problem. And I believe that if we can get it right for our Indigenous community, we will get it right for all of Australia. The second spin-off of our CRE is the importance of community participation. And so we have a college of consumers, as it were, who are helping us at a variety of different levels. A level as simply as just us understanding their perception of the disease, to them reviewing some of the work that we are doing, to them being totally embedded in the design of a number of different studies or trials that we might do. We want the consumer voice, as that helps to inform what we do and how we do it, but more importantly, how effective we can be at delivering the service in our care for the community.